Hey guys, what's going on? Jenko Sports here, bringing you the next episode in our Addicted to Addicks Football Manager 2015 series. Now, apologies, I think straight away, a heartfelt apology, almost like a Valentine's letter, saying, I wish you were still with me. I'm sorry for everything I did to you. But yeah, I haven't uploaded for 3 days, and I feel kind of terrible for it. But I've honestly been so busy recently. For once, I've actually kind of had a social life, had quite a lot of work things to do. So I haven't really had a lot of time to sit down and edit a big 20-minute video, cut matches down, commentate on it, and that kind of thing. But we're back in control, and hopefully it should be at least one upload a day now. So again, I'm sorry if I've broken all of your hearts and you've sat there rocking on your knees knowing there's not really much else you can do in life other than watch my videos and occasionally cry over them as the emotional torment of Frank Musa's kebabs consumes your life. But hopefully I'm here to stay now, and Frank Musa can fall in love with you all over again, and you too can order a kebab. That's my goal actually for this series, that one day in a cup final we have a live stream like 9-10 PM at night, and we can all order kebabs and sit there and go through the emotional stress and roller coaster of losing at the final hurdle together with some sloppy garlic mayo lambed on a meat. Doesn't that sound great? Probably not, but we're moving on, just taking a look at some of the scouting reports, and we loan out Joe Pickett there to Wrexham, thinking that, to be fair, he's not going to be used that much. We've got Vetakele and Tukadian. Now, before, I'll be a bit reluctant to, because yes, he's a much better player than Simon Church in my opinion, whilst his stats aren't that good, at least he can hit a target. If Simon Church was with a woman and was asked to, you know, maybe take the condom off and try for a baby, he would still end up firing all guns blazing at a wall. What his firing is like is when you put your finger under a tap when it's on and it all sprays everywhere. So I was going to keep Joe Pickett, but then I realised that Vetakele and Tukadian, if one of them gets injured, we can get away with just one striker up front and then either Julian Desart or Frank Musa starting in that attacking centre mid role. I mean, even Roman's played it and done really well, so it's not the end of the world if one of them does go down. Obviously, Vetakele's firing in more goals than I do have cups of tea and wanks in a regular week, but there are options should he go under a leg injury or stretch his leg in training, or, you know, do a Chris Solly and just catch man flu. You know, that can happen. You can go out for 2 weeks, sit there going, I can't come to training today. A new Call of Duty for me it is then, boys. That does my head in. Chris Solly is not in my good books right now, and you can see you're already having to work around him, bearing in mind that he is injured, and you can see us just trying to find a good substitute. All of our right backs have got that circle the colour of diarrhea. Why isn't it green? That's their native position. We're not starting them as strikers. They're not going out there blindfolded. That's your native position. So we do start Solly. This is our back four. They're much more experienced. There is no Joe Gomez. Andre BK starts with Charlton veteran Michael Morrison, who's now gone out to Birmingham on loan because he's not getting starts in real life over Tal Ben-Ayeem. And our midfield looks kind of interesting. Roman starting centre attacking mid. I did that because that way we can still have Callum Harriott and Frederick Bulow starting on the wings. And that's three of arguably our strongest 5 players starting in the same game. So you've got Callum Harriott, Bulow and Roman, easily 3 of the most creative players on the pitch. And it's difficult because there's only 2 winger positions and you've got at least 3 to 4 wingers if you include Goodmanson that all want to start. So by starting one in an attacking centre mid-roll, it does open up that depth just a bit. So we are facing Fulham at Craven Cottage and we're almost losing to Fulham at Craven Cottage, but we hold on. So 4 minutes into the matchup, Bulow with an attack, finds Roman in the attacking centre mid, down into Dian, and he saved it, and Goodmanson can't get to the end of it. The ball goes out for a Chris Solly throw-in who does his little hip twirl before he throws it in. Eventually nothing comes of it. It's 5 minutes later, Goodmanson on the ball and a big save there. And that was a beautiful move into the finish. That was like pulling in a nightclub from behind. You're grinding on a girl. She's up for it. She's got a bum that's 8 out of 10. She's got boobs that are a solid 8.6. And then she turns around and somewhat looks like Gimli from The Lord of the Rings. Not in terms of height. I mean, if you're grinding a dwarf, there's probably something slightly wrong there. You may not realise. And there was always something wrong with the Fulham goalkeeper. We could have had a goal. Tukadian could not get the ball over the line. Fulham able to see off the danger for just a little bit longer. And now Roman with a shot that goes so far wide it may as well be in a slut's vagina. And now Fulham trying to hit us on the counter here. They get through and oh, Stephen Henderson's back. Yeah, we didn't think that form would last long, did we? So Stephen Henderson, despite actually not being too bad over the past couple games, is now struggling. And another chance there. Tukadian can't get to it. Penalty surely. And the ball goes wide. Stephen Henderson, though, you're getting a talking to after this match. You can't be doing that again. I thought we've been through this. We've had a long, difficult relationship. There's been arguments along the way. And now you're just going to... Why? You just stood there then. Now you're just being a dickhead in plain sight. There's no excuse for that. A ball comes at you at 4 miles an hour and you can't even move your arm. I've never seen a player as lazy as you. And I've seen Dimitar Berbatov play a game of football. And that's saying something. So be careful, because I'll tell you what, Nick Pope's going to start next game if you keep that act up, sunshine. You watch your step. So we're now 2-0 down inside 30 minutes, and in terms of our win streak, this isn't ideal, but I have faith we can turn it around. We're creating the attacks. You can see we've dominated possession. We've had more shots, more on target. Goodmanson now with a chance to sweep one into the box, and how has he missed that? How has he missed that? Vetakele's been more accurate and more precise this season than Phil Taylor and Ronnie O'Sullivan's weird, demented love child. And yet he still puts a header wide. I don't get how. He was literally facing the back of the goal net and he still manages to flop it 90 degrees to the right. And now the ball's open there. He got 3 players running onto it and we still can't get possession. I think we're being FM'd here. Oh, come on. Don't be doing that. Second half shot on. And somehow that gets saved. Tukadian. Back to Bulo. Cross into Vetakele. It's cleared. Oh, Football Manager's doing that thing, isn't it? I know what's happened here. I know what's happened here. Miles Jacobson's taken a look at my video and gone, nah, he can't be doing well. Let's just make Fulham undefeatable. Let's make Fulham this absolute rock at the back. And now Bulo, down the left-hand side, there's man in support, gets another cross in to Vetakele, who can't get his head to it this time. Why Solly on the edge of the box as an attacking mid? You're a right back, you twat. Get back to your position. Wiggins, Solly, that's why you're a right back, you twat. Get back to your position, you twat. Oh, God, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. I don't want to lose. I feel like I've let everyone down. We're going to make a sub. Who can we bring on, though? I mean, look at the bench. I mean, Callum Harriot's still not there. Ben Aim, we're going to switch. Oh, my God, we scored. Have we? No, we haven't. Because it's offside. It's offside. We score a goal. We finally get a goal. And it's offside. It's the banter here. Oh, this is Belanta banter because now it's going to be 3-0, isn't it? And oh no, even better, it's a penalty. Even better. Michael Morrison's back. Mosh pitting around the box like he's at a desolated concert. And we miss a goal, right? That's offside. And now and now he's sent off. And now he's sent off. Oh yeah, you put your hands on your head. You tit. You utter tit. So just as we thought Football Manager could not possibly FM us anymore, we now get sent off. So I do the only possible action that I could. And that's to bear in mind, we've got, what, about a minute and a half left. Get everyone forward. Go route one. Let's see what we can do. Of course Dembele scores. Why am I expecting Stephen Henderson to make a save from a penalty when he can't even stop a shot that's slower than your nan wheeling the trolley around Tesco's doing a Friday big shop? I don't know what to make of that. I really don't. I'm gobsmacked. We've been truly FM'd and our streak has come to an end. Let's not pretend. I'll see you round the bend. I'm running out of words that rhyme with that, so we're going to stop now. 3-0 loss. I don't know what to make of it. I'm utterly disgusted. Yeah, Morrison's banned for 2 matches. You're going to get fined 2 weeks' wages. You're going to lose your house. And I really hope you've got car insurance with Sheila's Wheels, Mr. Morrison, because I'm slashing your tyres tonight. Do you understand? Alright, so Wrexham loan Joe Pigott, and we now face our second game of the day. Look at this, like an episode with 2 games. We're back in full flight. We've lost 3-0. It's just like the old times, isn't it? We're losing again. There's 2 games an episode again. Sheffield have got a manager takeover again, and now we have to face them. So surely we can reignite our spark now. I mean, that's like, look at that. That's so disappointing. We looked so strong. Sheffield are now 23rd. We're in 8th position. Surely we've got the talent to see off Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, look at their last result there. Where are they on that list? Bottom, they lost 2-0 to Norwich. That's alright. They're off a loss. We're off a loss. We've got a lot in common now. Valera, looking at him for a potential replacement for Stephen Henderson. Then I realised that, in fact, Stephen's probably a lot better. Never thought I'd say that about anyone because, bearing in mind, he is the epitome of what goalkeeping should be in this game. So whether or not he can step up his game or no, now he knows I'm looking at other, potential candidates, is another issue. He might get lucky or he may play even worse. But we've now got to face the last place team in the league. Bottom of the table, Sheffield Wednesday. And we're 8th. Surely there's got to be a sign of redemption. Now this is the biggest mismatch we've had all year where we're actually in control, okay? We've never been in a situation like that where we're just expected to win because the other team is so diabolical it hurts. We've got to come away with a result from this. If we don't, I'm going to fear for my dignity and possibly my anal virginity. I mean, walking away from the Valley after suffering that kind of loss, it's not going to be nice, and I'm pretty sure that I won't even make it to the tube station. So hopefully I can come away with some sort of victory, or at least a draw. We go through the training there, just making sure everyone's up to par, doing their ting. As you know, we get our new brapping coach in the way, who's there like, yo man, you're gonna be dribbling round them corns, fam. No waste men in here, yeah? No side men, yeah? We's gonna spit some bars, yeah? Actually, maybe that's why he's got 20 working with youngsters. He just goes up to them and talks all chavvy, and they'll go, yeah man, wanna take an Insta selfie, innit fam? Yeah, hashtag 2K14, yeah? Hashtag into ghetto, mate. Hashtag into ghetto. Or he could just be really good at working with kids. I don't know. He could have a teaching degree. Either way, we've got a lot of work to do going into this matchup because there's a lot of pressure now on my shoulders. You see it all the time. Teams go on 4 or 5 game win streaks and out of nowhere they just drop. And they flop faster than a man's erection with erectile dysfunction. And then you find yourself on a 5-6 game loss streak. You go for a meeting with the board, you get fired, you end up on the streets, you go and meet Paul Gascoigne for a cup of tea outside Costa, and then you both go and sit in the park together and drink whiskey from a brown paper bag. We're not going to let that happen. Oh no. We're going to start the best team we know, and we're going to go out fighting and beat Sheffield Wednesday and make sure they stay bottom of the table and no longer mock us as they can walk out of the Valley with a victory and go, yeah, we may get relegated and score the lowest points of any team in the history of the league, but at least we beat you. Not happening. We're going to... What is that formation? That's a Christmas tree. They're starting a Christmas tree. Stevie May is the angel on the Christmas tree. Sheffield Wednesday are getting festive. What month is it? October? October, start of November. Anyway, ball into the box there. And let's just try and ruin Christmas for them. We're the Grinch to their Christmas delights. Their Christmas cheers getting nowhere today. Bulo, look at that. Bit of a big touch, not going to complain. Plays it back down to Big Royce Wiggins. Can he cross it in? Yes, he can. Finds Bulo again in towards Vetakele. Charlton go 1-0 up. Vetakele with the volley. Yet another goal for the superstar there. Oh, I just want to make love to him more and more each episode. If I knew him in real... Oh, hang on, look at that. Nick Pope high-fiving the ball. Big up Nick Pope. I said Stephen Henderson's sitting out. And right now Nick Pope proving that he may be a worthy successor to the throne here at the Valley in terms of being in goal. He saved the shot already, 15 minutes in. We haven't conceded. Stephen Henderson's on the sidelines on Twitter ranting about how he's not in the first team. And while we could have sent Nick Pope out on loan, I wish we did send him out on loan because that was terrible. We're 1-1, 37 minutes into the match, a shot there over the bar, and now Charlton's struggling. We need to come away with more than a point today. That's just not acceptable. The team are last. They've got the consistency of diarrhea. Their formation is a Christmas tree. I don't know what other evidence you need, but we should be smashing these like absolute Christmas crackers, I suppose. We should be ripping them apart like Christmas crackers, and they're the joking. So hang on, get the mosh pit out. I don't know if it stopped or no, but we should be back. The ball gets saved there, so Goodmanson goes to chase it, and then, oh. So the mosh pit really taking form here at the Valley. I think we should rename our stadium to the O2 Arena because we see more busted noses in this stadium than any Slipknot concert around the world. Chris Solly, 50th minute, the heart of Charlton's defence apparently, finds UN Big Goodmanson. Back to Solly, up to Big Johnny Jackson, who somehow gets onto that. Fair play to him. Vetakele through. Don't shoot from range. He shoots from range. He only had one job. Just don't fire it off like a loose cannon. You don't have to do much in this game, Big Eagle. You're one of the top scorers in the league. Just play it cool and take on the volleys where everyone... Oh, no. No. Oh. I don't know what happened to Nick Pope. He sort of levitated there for a good few seconds. But fair play. Still 1-1. We've just got to try and capitalise now because we are absolutely all over them. More shots on target again. Go on, Eagle. Use that pace. Oh, it's a Usain Bolt. I think it might be. So Igor Vetakele gets another goal for Charlton, his second of the day, and puts us 2-1 up against Sheffield Wednesday at home. So finally, we look to be taking down this Christmas tree. We're setting fire to it. Deck the halls with Vetakele. Nah. Let's not make a Charlton Christmas carol. That may be a little bit too far. But Frank Musa goes for a shot on goal. That one gets absolutely Nathaniel Klein. And now, 68 minutes in, we make a little cheeky substitution and bring on the wonder kid Callum Harriott. Or do we? What Wonder Kid are we bringing on? The suspense is killing me. Actually, no, it's not, because we brought Roman on instead. So there's that. So Roman starts on the left, then we bring him in 69th minute to see if he can make an impact or no. And then we also swap out Big Johnny Jackson for Johnny Bynes, because Bynes hasn't really had too much game time this season. And as it develops, I really don't want him to go, I'm going to leave now, I go on to Bradford. I don't even think he talks like that. But the point is, I don't want to let him go. He's still a talented midfielder, and should someone get injured, he's going to be one of our key centre mids. Big Vetakele does it again. It's a hat-trick for Igor Vetakele. I can't believe it. We said we wanted a big win. We said we wanted to stop Sheffield Wednesday and don't want to draw. A free kick there just goes over the bar, but we win 3-1. Now, it wasn't as convincing as I would have liked. I think there were some leery moments, to say the least, but we knocked down the Christmas tree. Christmas is cancelled. Now let's go and celebrate New Year. So Chris Kirkland there conceding 3 goals against the almighty Igor Vetakele, who looks to establish himself as player of the season without a doubt here for not only Charlton Athletic but for the league as well. If you've enjoyed this episode, guys, again, I'm so sorry that it's come so late and that it's been a bit delayed. I've been so busy recently, I haven't really had time, as I've said, to just sit down and get a video out. But we're back now. If you've enjoyed it, as always, please hit the subscribe button. I'm so close to 200 now, I can't believe it. It's almost like that victory. I don't believe it. 180 subs, you guys are the best. If I can hit 182, that will be the most pop-punk thing going. Because all the small things... If you don't get that joke, then don't worry about it. But yeah, from myself, Jenko Sports, I hope you've enjoyed the content, and I'll see you soon.